Welcome to Daily News Weekly, where we highlight the dang it. Welcome to Daily News Weekly, where we highlight the Welcome to Daily News Weekly, where we highlight the stories from the past week that you might have missed. I'm your host, Micah Sheridan. Jesus, oh my God!
Seriously, Disney, what are you doing? A dad in England lost his son to a rare genetic disease. On the boy's tombstone, he wanted Spider-Man to be etched into the stone. But he needs Disney's permission in order to do it, and apparently they rejected him. I really wasn't expecting this. It's another massive blow. I felt sure they would allow it. Now, according to a response that the father received from Disney about his request, Disney, which is the company that owns Marvel, says they want to preserve the innocence and magic of their characters, so they don't like the idea of one of them being put on a gravestone. Now, since then, several online petitions have been created, and tens of thousands of people have signed them, demanding that Disney allow the father to put Spider-Man on his son's tombstone. Now, quite honestly, by the time this video gets posted, Disney may change their mind. I kind of get their point of not putting these things on tombstones, and I feel like this issue has come up before, but this is a child who died. Let the tombstone be decorated however the family wants.
I think that Spider-Man should be put on the tombstone. Their superheroes really care for people, and if Spider-Man really cared for the people in his neighborhood and in his world, then he would, allow.
I think Spider-Man would say yes.
Yeah, Spider-Man would say
yeah. He'd have no problem with it, so Marvel shouldn't. What do you think? Should Disney allow Spider-Man to be put on the tombstone?
Seriously, what is it with people licking ice cream in stores? There have been numerous reports of people doing this. It seemed like it started with a teen in Texas who licked a tub of Bluebell ice cream. She is now facing charges of product tampering, which is a felony in that state. This was followed by another incident in Louisiana where a man faces charges for licking a tub of Bluebell ice cream. He, however, claims that he actually bought the ice cream he's licking in a video posted online. That's so weird. They're both Bluebell ice cream. This is just disgusting. I just want to enjoy my ice cream without it having any saliva in it.
So last week's episode got a lot of comments on Facebook and YouTube, so we're going to share some of them now. The first comment is about a story we talked about where a woman in Alabama was facing charges for the shooting death of her unborn baby. She got into a fight, and the person that she was fighting with shot her and then killed the unborn baby. And instead of the woman being punished, the woman who shot her, Alabama was going to charge the pregnant woman. However, they have since dropped the charges. The comment is from Carolina Evans on Facebook, where she said, "Ebony should be charged for the child's death. It was a fist fight, not a gunfight, and it is a crime to fight a pregnant woman. She should have just called the police and had her arrested." Another story that got a lot of comments was our bit about cockroaches and the idea that they are growing more and more immune to pesticides, which will make them nearly impossible to kill in the future. Kevy Kev on Facebook wrote, "Use 75% alcohol, spray them. They will then try and clean themselves immediately and swallow the alcohol. It dries their insides immediately." That sounds disgusting.
It does.
Jay Gee on Facebook wrote, "Cockroaches may become unkillable. Have y'all ever been to the Lower East Side?"
Joanne Syverston on Facebook said, "How about shooting the roaches with guns?"
You'd have to be a pretty good shot, I think, to pull that off.
Yeah, and a pretty small bullet.
Another story we talked about is how Florida is dealing with the plague of iguanas that are infesting the state.
Who am I? No one on YouTube said, "Can you eat iguanas?" Perhaps a new food source.
Is that actually his name?
Yeah. Who am
I? No one? Jennifer Hensley on YouTube also wrote, "I feel sorry for the iguanas."
Don't we all?
Yeah. An effort to arm teachers in a school district in Pennsylvania has been halted, at least for now. Now, the Tamaqua area school district in northeast Pennsylvania has been working towards arming teachers. The effort was to arm certain teachers who had specific training, and they would actually be able to have concealed weapons. And the idea, of course, being to prevent school shootings by either discouraging them in general or being able to stop them if one did actually happen. Now, this issue has been hotly debated throughout the country, and this particular school district was actually the first to try to arm teachers. Now, the reason this whole effort got derailed was because Governor Wolf signed a bill earlier this week, which actually had some sort of vague language about how teachers could be armed and what the requirements would be, which apparently the Tamaqua School District couldn't live up to. They wouldn't be able to actually achieve that, which would make it difficult to nearly impossible for them to actually go through with their policy of arming teachers. Now, school officials have said that they're not completely walking away from the idea of arming teachers, and they've actually been facing lawsuits, one from a teachers union and another from a parents group, in order to stop the effort to arm teachers. But the school district officials do say that they hope that this is going to really be a reset and either find another way of going forward with arming teachers or perhaps find another way in order to improve school safety. Not to put a spotlight on you, but how would you feel if teachers in your school had guns?
It makes me feel a bit more unsafe because of the fact that there is a gun in the school. Because there's always the possibility of whoever was planning to shoot up a school, if any, then they would know that they have access to a gun that would be in the teacher's desk if it was in their desk and not on them, so they could easily be able to access it when the teacher walks away or something.
I mean, the issue of school safety is important and should be discussed. I don't know that arming teachers is the best idea in the world. Teachers, a lot of teachers that I've spoken to don't actually like the idea either, but I suppose we have to find some kind of solution.
There could be more precautions instead of arming teachers, but I feel like that's not a step in the right direction, nor is it a step in the wrong direction. It's kind of just in the middle. It could be bad or it could be good for some schools.
What do you think? Is arming teachers a solution or simply another kind of problem?
Watch out, Area 51. They're coming for you. A Facebook event called Storm Area 51, They Can't Stop All of Us, has apparently attracted nearly 300,000 people, with a plan to storm into the not-so-secret base in Nevada where aliens are supposedly hidden away.
Now, according to the events page, we will all meet up at the Area 51 Alien Center tourist attraction and coordinate our entry. If we...
I can't. Naruto
What?
run. Sorry.
Why, is that a thing?
Oh, it's like you run with your hands behind and
If we Naruto run, we can move faster than their bullets. Let's see them aliens. Now, the event is set to take place on September 20th, 2019. And I've actually signed up because I would love to go. I mean, I know this whole thing is apparently just a joke, but I would love to see if people really do show up. And then if they actually try to go to the entryway, because the moment you pass that sign, you're gonna get busted.
Do you get shot?
No, you don't get shot, but last time I was there was 15 years ago, but there's a truck and an SUV up there and they watch you, and there are apparently sensors all over the place to check if you actually go into the base, and they're all over the road and all over the thing. It's a lot of security there. So the moment they pass that security stuff, they'd all be swept up. And from what I understand, all you really do is you get arrested. They take you to a lockup, and then they let you go, and you're fined a couple $100.
I would love to go and watch people to see if they actually do it, but I don't want to do it because I don't really want to get arrested and fined hundreds of dollars. But
But you might be able to go in and see some aliens.
That doesn't matter.
So remember, if you do go, trust no one. All right, everybody, that's it. Thank you for watching. And if you enjoyed the episode, please
Smash that like button.
and share it with your friends, your family, all those people there on the social medias and the internets. And Snapchats. We're not really on Snapchat, though. Maybe we should get on Snapchat. Do you think we should get on Snapchat? Maybe comment on that down below. Are you on Snapchat? I think I'm on Snapchat.
I'm on Snapchat.
I'm sure you're on Snapchat.
Not giving my name.